Everyone has heard of Lancaster County and Holmes County, but there are dozens of Amish settlements scattered across America so small and so obscure that even people who study the Amish for decades only find them by accident. In the fifth place, Halifax County, Virginia stands as a quiet outlier in the story of Amish migration. While the state's Amish population has quietly tripled over the past decade, Halifax County remains far from the tourist trails and glossy brochures that define the better-known regions. Here, the settlement, often called the Natali community, grew from just a dozen homes in 2011 to around 70 households by 2023, with new church districts forming as families arrive from older centers like Dover, Delaware. Despite this rapid growth, Halifax County has managed to keep a low profile. There are no bustling buggy rides or Amish markets drawing crowds from the city. Instead, the area is marked by low-density farmland and a sense of privacy that is rarely disturbed by outsiders. The lack of verified per-acre land prices only adds to the county's mystery. Unlike the famous hubs where every acre is tracked and marketed, Halifax's affordability is measured more by its obscurity than by a price tag. Local reports suggest only a modest uptick in population, with just 14 new residents added between 2023 and 2024, reinforcing the slow, steady nature of its growth. For those seeking a genuine, affordable Amish community without the trappings of tourism, Halifax County represents the second wave of settlements, hidden, lightly documented, and shaped by the desire for a quieter, rural life. In the fourth place, Hewlett, Wyoming stands apart from every other entry on this list. Tucked deep in Crook County, this western outpost is recognized locally for its Amish families, a fact confirmed by a simple Facebook post rather than any glossy brochure or tourism campaign. While the exact founding year, often cited as 2011, remains unverified in public records, the presence of Amish residents is quietly accepted among those who call Hewlett home. What sets Hewlett apart isn't just its obscurity or the open sweep of the Wyoming landscape. The real fiscal advantage comes from the state itself. Wyoming imposes no personal or corporate income tax. For Amish families whose livelihoods depend on farming and small-scale enterprise, this means more of every dollar stays on the land. Open-range parcels are frequently advertised in Crook County, but unlike the famous hubs where every acre has a price tag, there's no published figure for what an acre near Hewlett actually costs. This absence of data only adds to the town's mystique. Hewlett's status as a western outlier gives the list its widest geographic reach, reminding us that the search for affordable Amish land stretches far beyond the Midwest. Here, the combination of tax freedom, remoteness, and minimal development keeps both the settlement and its real estate market well off the radar, even for most Amish followers. In the third place, Steuben County, New York offers a quiet lesson in how regional decline can carve out opportunity. Here, the Amish community traces its roots to 1983, a latecomer by the standards of Pennsylvania or Ohio, but part of a broader movement that saw families seeking relief from rising land prices in the classic Amish heartland. The Jasper and Woodhull settlements in Steuben County never attracted the attention of tourists or real estate speculators. Instead, they grew slowly, adding church districts over the decades, with the population likely hovering between 600 and 800 people today. What keeps land affordable in Steuben isn't a lack of productivity, but the steady loss of population across New York's southern tier. As younger generations head for cities, farmland and rural homes linger on the market, quietly available at prices well below the national average. Unlike the famous Amish enclaves, there are no published per-acre benchmarks for Steuben County. just a persistent pattern of accessibility for those willing to look past the headlines. The settlement's history is well documented, but its economic story is written more in trends than in hard numbers. For anyone searching for an authentic, affordable Amish experience, Steuben County stands as a reminder that some of the best values appear where the map is emptiest and the census rolls grow thinner each year. In the second place, Waushara County, Wisconsin, delivers the most concrete example of Amish affordability in the entire countdown. In 2018, a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom Amish home on nearly 3 acres changed hands for just $45,000, a figure that stands in stark contrast to the soaring prices of Lancaster or Holmes County, where even modest Amish area homes routinely top $350,000. The property, described as a blend of older and newer structures with a red barn and chicken coop, reflects the simple, utilitarian style that defines much of rural Wisconsin's Amish architecture. While real estate sites like Zillow and Homes.com list dozens of properties across Waushara County, none offer a verified median price for Amish homes, making this single sale a rare, documented data point in a landscape where most transactions remain private. The county itself hosts a small, under 100-person Amish community, quietly maintaining its traditions, far from the tourist buses and souvenir stands of better-known regions. Without the pressures of visitor demand or speculative development, land and housing remain accessible to families seeking a genuine, low-cost rural life. For anyone tracking the true bargains in Amish America, Waushara County is a reminder that the most affordable places are often the most invisible, places where a family can still find a sturdy homestead for less than the price of a new pickup truck. And finally, in first place, St. Lawrence County, New York stands as the most affordable Amish settlement documented in this countdown. Here, the numbers tell the story with rare clarity. In 2024, aggregate land sales reached about $113 million for roughly 100,000 acres, translating to an average price of just $1,130 per acre. That figure is not an estimate or anecdote, but a verified benchmark, making St. Lawrence County the gold standard for anyone searching out cheap, overlooked Amish-adjacent land. This remote corner of New York's North Country is home to a Schwartzentruber Amish outpost, formed by families who relocated from a dissolving Pennsylvania settlement in the 1970s. The population, though difficult to pin down precisely, is believed to hover between 1,500 and 2,000. Unlike the bustling markets and tourist trails of Lancaster or Holmes County, St. Lawrence remains quiet and unadorned, shaped by a climate that tests both endurance and isolation. Harsh winters and the sheer distance from major cities have kept land values low, while also preserving the privacy of the community. There are no buggy rides for visitors, no roadside stands catering to outsiders. Just a landscape where affordability is anchored in fact, not folklore. For those who have only ever heard of the famous Amish hubs, St. Lawrence County is a reminder that the best bargains in rural America are often hidden where the map grows cold and the census rolls thin. Which of these hidden towns surprised you most? Across all 14 hidden Amish towns, one pattern stands out. True affordability lives far from the spotlight. These communities remain overlooked, preserving a rural life untouched by tourism and hype. It's a quiet reminder, sometimes the best kept secrets are the ones no one's advertising. Which town surprised you most?